Hello, hello, hello. Problem number 140. Keplerian orbits. Surely this should be within high school distance. But if not, then watch my lecture on Keplerian orbits of 801 and you will find all the answers there. Imagine a spherical non-rotating planet of mass capital N and radius capital R. The planet has no atmosphere. A spacecraft of mass lowercase m is much smaller than capital M, is launched from a surface of the planet with speed v0 at an angle of 30 degrees to the local vertical. The rocket burn is very short. Thus, you may assume that when the spacecraft had speed v0, it has not yet moved any appreciable distance. Question 1. The speed v0 is so high that the orbit is not bound. What is the minimum speed for which this is the case? Now imagine that the orbit is bound and that in its subsequent orbit the spacecraft reaches a maximum distance of 15 times capital R from the center of the planet. At this distance the speed is capital V, as in Victor. Second question. What is the ratio of V0 over capital V? Third question. What is the total energy of the spacecraft immediately after launch? Fourth question. What is the total energy of the spacecraft when it is farthest away from the planet? Last question. Fifth question. Write down one equation which would allow you to solve for V0 in terms of capital M, capital G and capital R. I am not asking you to solve this equation. All right? Yes, I do believe that when I was in high school, in my last class, that I would probably be able to solve this problem. In those days, there was no Walter Lewin that I could watch the lecture Keplerian orbits. But now you can, in 801. Take care, have a nice day, and of course, which is always the case, the strongest conservation law in physics, we will always be friends. I'm not too often in my house in Cambridge. So I will give you a peek indoors, famous work by Peter Stuyken. That is my father, painting of my father by de Rouere. Famous works of art by Deckers. Up there, Lipschitz. And here also Deckers. And there you see my working table and the kitchen. Those three works are all three by Peter Stuyken. Beautiful mask. And here the kitchen, and you see my whole collection of Fiesta, the bowls, we call those bowls. They come with number 1, that is the smallest. And they can go number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, and the largest is number 7. They come in 7 colors. I have 3 colors of the largest. They're very, very expensive, believe me. All right, here's the hall. And there you see one of my most favorite paintings by a friend. Here again, the original by Orbital, given to me by his wife. And here you see a painting that I bought in the 80s, an original by John Wesley. Alright, so we'll leave it with that. So you have now at least some idea of where I live. That beautiful rug was specially made for this room, specially designed by the artist Peter Storken. The colors were specially made for me. There's only one of a kind, and the rug was woven in the Netherlands. Alright, well, you got a lot for your money this time. So here is the front door. You saw this painting already. And way up there, a work of art by Mira Cantor. I commissioned this to her when I bought this house. I will show this again from the 2nd floor, so that it's easier for us to see this incredibly wonderful caricature. So now you see it from the 2nd floor. Remarkable. Life size. And here you can look down in the hall. Okay? When people enter the house, this is what they see if they look up. And the reactions of people are truly amazing. Yeah. They don't know quite what to say. You see here in the living room an enormous geodite. This is amethyst, the crystals are amethyst. And this is calcite, that little piece. And here you see fossils of 4 fish, 20 million years old. And there you see a very famous, this should be an art quiz. Yeah, let's make this an art quiz. This text was made by a world famous artist who always works in 2 languages, English and Dutch. Raised up by a force of sufficient force. En dan de Dutch opgeheven door een kracht van voldoende kracht. Give it a shot. You can test your art, your knowledge of art.